We're at Electrify Expo with an all-electric travel trailer. It is the Lightship, and we're gonna take a little tour around the outside and the inside.
What's up, guys? I'm Nathan. We're here at the Electrify Expo in Alameda, and I'm super excited to walk you through the Lightship L1 today. So if you follow me, you'll notice that this travel trailer is pretty darn tall. Right now, it's about 10 feet tall in what we call camp mode. But the really cool thing about it is it shrinks down to just over 6.5 feet, so just slightly taller than I am when you're traveling down the road in road mode. So I know it's hard to picture when you look at it here. What it's actually gonna look like is on this banner over here.
Whoa.
So the whole thing is gonna shrink down. It's gonna get super sleek and aerodynamic. That aerodynamic is gonna make it far more efficient than the next closest travel trailer of its size. So what that kind of looks like over here on the RV is this whole upper portion of the RV is gonna shrink down till right about this crease right here.
That's wild.
It's pretty crazy. Another really cool thing about it is it's actually got its own electric drive motor built into it. That electric drive motor is actually gonna help spin the wheels on the trailer and push it down the road. So rather than it being fully reliant on a tow vehicle to pull it, it's gonna do almost all the work of pushing its mass down the road, leading to a near zero decrease in your fuel economy if it's a combustion engine vehicle that's towing it, or a near zero decrease in your range if it's an electric vehicle that's towing it. Now, if you're an EV owner, that's huge news, because traditionally, range loss when you're towing a travel trailer is a huge limiting factor. But when you're towing a trailer like the Lightship L1, all of a sudden that range loss and that range anxiety goes away. Pretty awesome. But let's go check out the inside, because I think there's a lot of really awesome things on the interior that make it pretty amazing as well. So when we step on inside, one of the first things you'll notice is that there are windows everywhere. We call that our panoramic views. Picture you're in an amazing place on the beach or in Yosemite or wherever you want to go, and you have literally views out of every single window. It's amazing. Moving towards the front, this is going to be our sleeping area up here. So the way that works is you pull this white tab, this is going to extend out, a cushion's going to pop up, you'll have about a queen size bed here. There's also an option not shown in this specific model where you can even have a bunk bed that drops down to the ceiling for an additional sleeping area. You can also push a button on this table, it'll drop down, you can put a cushion on top of it for an additional sleeping area. So it could sleep up to 6 in its kind of maximum configuration. As we continue to move inside, you'll see there are these gear rails up here. Those gear rails, you can attach some of these bags right here. And so you can put clothes, camping equipment, whatever you might want up there. So that's kind of our solution for overhead storage. As we move over here to our storage console on this side, you'll see we have a wireless charger right here. As we're moving down, all of these are just storage in here, held in with really strong magnets. Same thing with this one. And then moving down here,
Ooh.
That's where your trash and your recycling is going to go.
That's super smart. It's super easy. Just flip it open, throw stuff in there.
Easy,
Awesome.
Exactly. And then over here we have more storage as well, so you could do cutlery, pots, pans, whatever you might want to do. Those ones are all storage as well. As we move over here, you're going to notice we have a very spacious kitchen sink. We have some U-shaped storage that kind of plays around the plumbing to maximize all of your space.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Got to maximize every last inch when you're in an RV. This is going to be your freezer.
Oh, that's a freezer. That's wild.
And then we have
what?
one
You're
and
no.
2 refrigerators.
What?
Put your hand in there. Tell me, are the drinks cold?
It's cold.
It's cold.
It is cold. Those are legit cold.
All right. And then this is my favorite part of the kitchen.
Oh my gosh. Stop. We got... Why? Because you don't want to go camping, spend all day, come back home, cook a big meal, and then you have to wash the dishes. I don't even like to do that at home.
Right,
So
exactly.
it's perfect that you have this. You can go with you.
You don't need the size from home,
right?
But you need just enough that you make a big meal or two, you load it up, you do the dishes, you're good to go.
That's
the
so
reason
smart.
we actually included this is it's actually a water-saving feature to do your dishes in the dishwasher than it is to do them by hand in the kitchen sink. And when you have a 50-gallon fresh water tank that you're working off of, you want to try to find ways to maximize your water usage to make sure that you can stay out for even longer. As we continue to work through the kitchen, you're going to have a microwave right here, a double induction cooktop, and obviously tons of counter space over here for prep.
Yeah.
As we move into the bathroom, you're going to have a traditional RV toilet here. There's a partition divider that can come down to separate the toilet area from the shower area, which is where I'm standing. So you'll see up here we have a very luxurious rain shower.
Oh, nice. So it gets all of you. That's awesome.
Exactly. This material right here is really cool. It's actually made out of recycled plastic that's gathered out of the oceans. So we put an emphasis on using renewable and sustainable materials wherever we can.
Awesome. I love the sink design. It's super sleek. Just slopes in, the water goes down there.
Yep.
And then I like how you got your storage on the side, hot, you're cold. Views for days, even in here if you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
And you can open this up too, which is so sick.
And I should just make a note that blinds are included, so you do have full privacy whenever you want
Just
that.
to note, I have a question about
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
design. What's what's the reason for, is this like a weight saving thing for like the metal with the holes punched out? What, or is it just design?
Yeah, so it's both. So when you do punch the holes out, you do save some weight. We think it has a nice kind of cool aesthetic to it. With this specific material, you're able to use magnets as a closure device. So that way, when you're traveling down the road, it's not going to be going anywhere because, you know, you do have the forces that you'd feel when you're in a car.
Right.
So you want to make sure all of the cabinetry is really locked into place and really sturdily sound when you're traveling down the road.
You got outlets right there, so if you can hook like a blender or something.
Yep.
Sweet.
So we should mention kind of how we power those outlets. So one of the really cool things about this trailer that I haven't mentioned yet is that the entire roof above us is all covered in solar panels. So those solar panels, whenever it's sunny, are going to be charging up for everything we do in here. Below our feet is an 80 kilowatt hour battery pack. So that's going to power all of the all-electric appliances that you see in here. Plus, like I said earlier, we have that electric drive motor. So that 80 kilowatt hour battery pack is going to be, you know, the source of energy as we move the trailer down the road.
Does it have regen braking?
It does have regen braking.
It has regen braking.
So you can charge off the solar panels. It's got regen braking. You can charge it off a 50 amp hookup at a campground. You can charge it off of a DC fast charger. You can even charge it off of an extension cord from your house, but that will take a while.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is sick. Now, I guess another question that I have is, how does the airflow work in here? Is there air conditioned heating?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of in the front area of the trailer up here. In the tongue box area, we call it, there's an automotive style heat pump. So that's the same type of climate control technology you'll see in a Rivian, Tesla, and all other EVs. We use that same technology. We apply it here. So even on your hottest days in the deserts or your coldest nights in the winter, you're going to be able to keep the cabin a comfortable temperature. You can, like other EVs as well, you can precondition too. So say you're coming back from a hike, you're going to be in here in 30 minutes. You can go ahead and turn on the AC from a mobile app on your phone. And then when you get in here, it's going to be a nice crisp 70 degrees, or whatever you might want.
The precondition is needed.
Yeah.
I love how it's included here. And then I see there's a tablet right here. Is that for your controls?
Absolutely. So let me just fish that out, and I can kind of show you how that works. Every Lightship L1 will come with a tablet. There's also, this will be a mobile app as well. So I'll start off here. You have a bunch of different kind of lighting choices that you can do with your lighting. There's an LED light strip, as well as some puck lights in the back. And then you have your climate control. So this is kind of how you do your heat and your AC. This is a rendition of the doors and windows that are open. And you can see this kind of shows all of the solar panels that are on the roof as well. This is the exterior. So this is how you raise and lower what we call the canopy, or the upper portion of the RV. So you just press a button. It takes about 1 minute to raise the roof or lower the roof. This will show you some stats about how much all of your different tank levels are at, some energy statistics. So you can see right now we're at a 66% state of charge, and then some settings as well. So that's kind of a brief overview of the app and everything that's in it. And like I said, this is tablet, and then you can get a mobile app for your phone.
That's super intuitive.
Yep.
Super simple to control everything off there.
Yep. One other thing that your EV owners might be interested in is that, yes, you can actually level 2 charge your EV off of the Lightship. So say you're parked at a campground, you're a little nervous about your EV having enough range to be able to get back into town and charge. You can plug in your EV to your Lightship, charge off your Lightship, give you that range you need to get to the next charging station.
Because you're also being powered off the solar panels.
Exactly. So that way you can harvest energy from the sun via the solar panels, pass it through the Lightship into your EV.
How heavy is this thing?
So it's going to weigh 7,500 pounds fully loaded. So that's going to be with your tanks full, all your gear inside of it. So that's what your normal use case is. Even though it is a self-propelled trailer, we do require that the tow vehicle have a 7,500 pound tow capacity to it. And that's just for safety reasons when you're traveling down the highway. There are certain situations where, such as like starting or stopping, or if the batteries went out in the Lightship, where the tow vehicle does feel the full forces of the trailer. So we want to make sure that everyone's safe in those situations.
So Rivian can pull it, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Rivian.
Tesla Cybertruck?
Tesla Cybertruck, no problem at all.
Heck yeah.
A lot of standard combustion engine vehicles can pull it as well. The Chevy Silverado EV can pull it.
All right. Well, thank you again. Now I'll let you go for showing me the Lightship. I really appreciate it, and it is super homey in here. I love it. Thank you.
Of course.